NBA breaking news. Brian Windhorst reports the Lakers are closer to making a deal, a proposition with the Brooklyn Nets to land Kyrie Irving. I guess the talks are getting a little bit farther. He was just on the Get Up and a couple other programs talking about this. This really stems from, look at what's happening right now. You got Kyrie Irving back in L.A. He's been seen everywhere there. He was just at the L.A. Sparks game. I wanted to kick this on live. I want to debate with you guys, with everybody, about should this trade happen? Are the Lakers actually going to be title contenders by doing this? I'm going to be playing some of what Brian Windhorst said. I'm going to talk about it as well. I am your NBA white guy. This whole channel is predicated on NBA breaking news, talking from a hooper's perspective. So I will give you my thoughts and opinions. I want to hear yours. Make sure that you're commenting in here so that we can get a debate going. So I'm going to share this screen real quick. This is just something that I was just watching. It's fresh.
The reality is that the market for Kyrie Irving is very narrow. And it's not just narrow. I mean, again, when I talk about the market, I'm not talking about the player's talent. This is a question about the market. Kyrie is an extremely talented player.
Okay, so I want to stop it right there. That's the first thing. A lot of people are talking about the whole talent issue between the two. You know, Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving. Everybody in the league would love to have Kyrie Irving on their team. NBA general managers, coaches, you name it. I know that he's a headache and kind of a diva sometimes, but the dude can straight up hoop. He can play. He can ball. And we've seen alongside somebody that where he's not carrying the weight of being a leader, he can win a championship. He played an incredible role alongside LeBron James there in Cleveland, as we all know. But this is one thing that we got to understand. With Kyrie Irving comes a little bit of baggage. So I think the talent-wise, again, comment down below. I want to see your guys' concerns about this as well. But I think talent-wise, every NBA team would want him. And that's kind of what's getting thrown under the bus a lot, is that, it's just the whole Kyrie mindset. It's who he is, and that's why teams are avoiding him. Now, that is a part of it, obviously. But it's a $36.5 million contract to soak up for one player for one season. So really, the only team that's viable right now to do it is the Lakers, if they can move off of Westbrook's expiring contract, that's going to be in 1 year. So I'm going to continue playing this because it's pretty fascinating. And then you guys need to be commenting down below what your thoughts are.
But at $36 million with 1 year on his contract, it is hard to find teams that have the construction to offer who are going to accept the risk. And you can spend 5 minutes or you can spend 5 hours looking at it, and you're going to come down to one answer. The only team is the Los Angeles Lakers. And all they have to offer, any trade with the Lakers and Nets for Kyrie Irving has got to have Russell Westbrook in it. It's just gotta. And he makes $11 million more. And at this point, when they both play, he is a downgrade of talent. And that $11 million more for a downgrade in talent means the deal gets more complex, and that's where we run into roadblocks. And so I think this is eventually going to happen, but I think it's going to be a fight along the way.
Okay, so let's talk about that. You do have to realize everybody just wants, why don't you just do this? Why won't the Lakers just pull the trigger and get rid of the 2 draft picks, and trade this thing? Well, Brooklyn's looking at this like, dude, we've got Kyrie. He's a way better player, and he's, obviously a piece that you want. So they're kind of in the driver's seat. And now we're also going to take, let's break this down. We got to take a dude who is well known in the league of basically dribbling the air out of the ball. Now, I think he can really excel in a different program, different team. We've seen Russell Westbrook be a triple-double machine. Hey, I got a few of you in the audience. Comment down below what your thoughts are on the Lakers. Should they be making this move? But look, Russell Westbrook is somebody that's he's going to want that ball. He's going to want to play 38, 40 minutes. And now to talk about what Windhorst was just saying, look, he's $11 million more a year. And the biggest factor is Kevin Durant worked his way out of Oklahoma City because he didn't want to play with this dude. So I've been hearing a lot of people talk about this, and hey, the Lakers just need to make this trade. They need to make this happen. It's not the Lakers. It's Brooklyn saying, okay, we still have Kevin Durant. He doesn't like playing with Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is $11 million more than Kyrie. We brought Kyrie. We brought Kevin in to win a championship. We gave him everything they wanted, even James Harden. which obviously he has left. And this is a difficult decision, but hearing it now that the Lakers are getting closer, I think there's a couple factors that obviously have to happen. A lot of people have been talking about Kevin Durant's got to get traded first, because if you trade Kevin Durant, then you're not going to bring in Russell Westbrook to play with him. That, coming from a Hooper's perspective, you're not going to just waste this season of Kevin Durant's career, of his, life to play alongside Russell Westbrook to ruin that even worse, to make just an absolute atrocious year. I get it. You get the expiring contract of Westbrook and you can move off him next year, but the Nets are looking to do something major now. So to make this happen, I do believe that, they're going to have to try and move Kevin Durant first. That makes all the sense. Then the Brooklyn Nets are like, hell yeah, we'll take Russell Westbrook and your 2 picks. We'll either buy Westbrook out or let him just play this year and then we'll be done with him. But if Kevin Durant is there for, the longevity of it, then I don't see this trade happening. So, a few other things that we need to talk about. Now I got a bunch of you in the audience. What are your thoughts? Comment real quick. Let's talk about this and debate it. Do you think the Brooklyn Nets should be trading Kyrie Irving, especially before Kevin Durant? As a Laker fan, as a LeBron fan, I would love to see this. I think the Lakers should hold back on nothing, absolutely nothing, to make this happen. Westbrook wants out of L.A. It's apparent. You're not seeing Westbrook with anybody. The past few months, he's not around the team. He's not around LeBron. He's not around AD. He's out doing his own thing. He knows that the Lakers don't want him. He knows that LeBron doesn't want him. He knows that the management doesn't want him. He knows that the Lakers are trying to trade him right now. The other aspect of this is that, hey, Kyrie wants to come in. We all know that he wants to come in, so he's been seen in L.A. He was just at another Sparks game. So, the dude's living in L.A. I wouldn't be surprised if there's doing some private workouts with LeBron and him, whatever. I don't know if they can get away with that with how popular they are. They'll probably be seen together, but you never know. This is a big trade that, according to Windhorst, is getting closer and closer, but I think we're probably going to have to start getting into the season almost. And there's no other teams out there right now. I'm telling you that, moving $36 million to bring in this piece. And now if you have a massive injury and you are like a top tier team and you can clear space somehow and you can bring him in and you can win a championship, as long as Kyrie is that, just gets to go out and hoop and play, then I think it could possibly work. But, bringing him in just $36 million to lead your team. We saw that in Boston. Even in Brooklyn, you have Kevin Durant, but they both kind of took that head leadership role, and neither of them really want it. Kyrie's been very talkative lately about what, with some of the mistakes he kind of made in the past, leaving a LeBron James team who shouldered a lot of that attention. After every game, win or loss, LeBron was up there saying, "Hey, it's my team. It's my fault if we lost. It's don't blame Kyrie." So that makes Kyrie's job a little bit easier to go out there and just hoop. So there's a lot to this. I think personally, again, from a hooper's perspective, the Lakers, the Nets, both of their seasons are shot right now. If nothing changes right now, neither team is probably even a playoff team, because not because of talent, but the relationships are so soured right now. You can't play. I've played in locker rooms where there's just animosity between star players and coaches, and it stems all the way down. Nobody wants to be there. You're always wondering, like, is this going to blow up? What's going to happen? And you go out and you play your ass off. But, it's easy too when you're losing games to just start pointing fingers and blaming, and that's what's going to happen. So between Kyrie and Westbrook, you've got, 50, and you got almost $80+ million between the two players, and they're not going to be, happy where they're at. This is going to be a major issue going forward. So, just my personal thoughts. I am your NBA white guy. I talk all things NBA hoops from a hooper's perspective. If you like this type of content, make sure that you are tapping that subscribe button and you click the bell so you're notified every time I do a new video. I'm releasing videos every day about this kind of stuff, and I want you to come in and comment and debate with me. Let's have some serious conversations. And until the next video, homies, we'll catch you later.